Hey guys, what's up? My name is JD, Joseph Densa. I'm a hip hop producer and artist. And today I'm going to show you guys how I made a Loyle Carner type beat. Um, kind of similar to his Ice Water track off of his latest album called Not Waving But Drowning. I really enjoyed that album and especially that track. Um, it has that laid back vibe to it that he always has done in the past, but this one had a little bit more knock to it, which I really enjoyed. So I'm gonna play it for you guys, and then I'm gonna show you how I did it. So yeah, as you can hear, it's really similar. I mean, I did the same BPM. I kind of did the same structure as well. Um, and I started with a sample, just a cryptic sample, which is I think a brand or a site or I don't know. I found stuff of theirs after spending hours of sample digging, which I always do, and they have some really good sounds and some good loops, samples, everything from boom bap to trap. It's really cool. So I started with the sample, just high pass filter, a little bit of compression, not too much, but I side chained it to a kick that's not playing, so it's at no output. But it's an audio that I sidechain to give it that ducking effect, as you can hear. You can see it working because if I play it without it, with it, it's more dramatic. It has more power to it, and it adds more bounce and feel. Um, then for the drums, I actually cut out a snare from a drum loop that I found on Looper Man, which I really advise you guys to check out if you haven't already before. They have some really cool stuff from uh, samples, loops to drum hits, drum loops, everything. So start with the snare. Oh, really hard hitting snare. Just dip down a little bit on the harshness. That's it. Um, then I did the hi hats. This is a YSIV hi hat, as you guys probably know. That's it's natural four, so from Logic. Um, so it's a boom bap hat. I did one on halftime and then one on double time. And as you can see, I always hit hard with the first one and then dip down with the second one. So you have like this. It adds a little bit of human feel because the drummer wouldn't hit the hi-hat with the same velocity every time. Then to add even more movement, the hi-hat's also like high pass, a little bit compression and spaces on it to add some. And yes, I had to pan in a little bit because the sample came with a little, you know, deviation on the spectrum. I cut out some more hi-hats from loop as well. So it was like this. And then over to the kick. It's a really hard kick from a kit that I found somewhere. I think it's called like the Juice Kit or something. And then actually I had one kick playing at 6 dB lower volume than that one to give it a little bit more human feel and a little bit more bounce. So when you add those, as you can hear, that's always a cool, little element. More bounce, so more accent snares, just dry as you can see in the background, buried. Neo Soul open hi-hat, which is stock from Logic. More hi-hats, Neo Soul pack, always good. Good hi-hats, velocity not too crazy, but just to give it that more movement. And then a Liverpool Crash, which is also stock, just with a high-pass filter. And the plugins that are here on those drums and percussions and stuff, they come with the sound when you select it in Logic. So yeah, kind of good to go. So when you add those, that's good to go. Then the bass is also stock from Logic. It's a thumb bass, which is a really hard bass. Just a low pass filter, and then the bass amp and the compressor actually came with the sound. I just added a little bit of chorus for that, a little bit more warmth in the live bass, which makes it sound a little bit more pleasing. And now with the bass, it sounded like this. Then I just added the sample, and I was actually ready to go. I just have one more alteration, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So as you can hear, after the first 4 bars, I took the first quarter bar and I reversed it because I was trying something out and I thought that would be cool to do the first bar reversed, but that was too much. So I took the quarter, or I think half of the first bar. I don't know. So normally it's like this. And then after 4 bars, it's like this. And that's a really cool way to keep it interesting. You wouldn't really be able to tell if a vocalist is going on there, but it's a subtle change, which is really going to help you create more of an interesting beat and keep it, pleasing for the listener to listen to. The muted tracks here at the bottom are my own vocals, because maybe I'm going to put this one out later under my own name. I'm not sure yet. So that's basically it. On the master channel, there's just a sausage fattener with 3% fatness, 9 color. I tend to do that when I'm producing ideas. I put it on there. Just because it gives it a little bit more brightness. But then when I'm finishing the mix, I always, turn it off and listen to the honest mix and make adjustments. The multi-band compressor, I normally use it before I send it out for mastering. I tend to use it because it kind of brings everything together a little bit more. And then for the sake of the tutorial, I just added 5 dB of gain. But that's going to be turned off as well. So it's really simple. The only thing I haven't talked about are these scratch samples before the drop. That's what's in this track as well, Ice Water. And then just dip down here with a little bit of automation on the highs of the sample, just to give it more impact. So it's going to be like this. So yeah, that's it. I haven't really structured this, just copy and paste it probably. So I'm going to do that later, but this was just to give you an idea how to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. definitely coming back with more tutorials on other artists because I have a lot of beats that sound similar to their styles, and I want to show you guys how I did it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I'm just starting out here on YouTube. This is my first ever tutorial or whatnot. So drop a like if you liked what I did, and then subscribe to my channel because I'm definitely coming back with more. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.